You are not stuck because you need more strategy. You are stuck because your identity, the version of you that holds your next level, she hasn't been activated yet. Success in your business isn't just about what you do next. And that is the question I always hear clients asking: what to do, what to focus on, what strategy to implement. But it's actually more about who you become next. And that is the question that you need to be asking yourself above and beyond what do I need to do, is who do I need to become? And that is exactly what we are going to be talking about in this episode today. That is exactly what we are going to be diving into in my live activation event. You can get all of the details of that. It is completely free, coming up at the end of February. Link in the show notes. But welcome to Resourced with Jessica Reed. Let's address the quick elephant in the room. We are no longer alive and thriving. Last week, I let you guys know that there was a shift coming. There is a rebrand taking place. There is energy coming in. There is a whole up-leveled movement, up-leveled era that we are stepping into as a community, that I am stepping into as a mentor. And Alive and Thriving, it just felt to me like it was with my past identity, with my past era. And I'm so grateful for every episode, for every guest, for every bit of everything I got to share with you all through Alive and Thriving. But now we are the Resourced with Jessica Reed podcast, because I want you to move about your world, move about your business, feeling fully resourced from the inside and out. And so this is the space where transformation meets entrepreneurship, where we are going to dive deep into the energetics of business success, where we'll talk about some strategy, but we're also going to shift who you are at your core, which is primarily what we're going to talk about today. We are going to be exploring the real reasons why so many visionary entrepreneurs just like you, coaches, healers, these beautifully impact-driven leaders, keep hitting these plateaus in their business, even when they're following all the right strategies and they're doing all the right things. Because the truth is, and I know you've heard me say this before, the truth is that your business, your income, your impact, they are all reflections of your internal world. If you want to know where the work is, if there's work to be done, have a look at the kinds of clients that you're bringing in. Have a look if you are bringing in people who feel aligned, who light you up. Have a look if you have empty space in your calendar where you want it to be full. I'm not talking about white noise. We all need white noise too. Have a look at your bank account. That is going to tell you if there is internal work for you to do. And the amazing thing about this internal work is that you have effectively created an internal prison within your mind. You've created that for yourself, and unknowingly and unintentionally. And so you think that these limitations that you keep coming up against, or the things that you assume are just your personal limitations, they're actually bars that you have put yourself behind through beliefs, through the internal programming, through you choosing to buy into those beliefs. And so the good news is that you actually get to shift them. You get to change them. You get to embody beliefs, and it takes some time and it takes some practice. So you get to embody beliefs that are going to bring you to where you want to be in your business. So if you've done all the things, if you're doing all the things, if you're investing in courses and you're hiring mentors and you're following all the formulas, but you still feel like something isn't clicking for you, then this episode is going to shift everything for you, because your business cannot grow beyond who you are being. And again, if you are ready for the ultimate energetic activation to really activate that future you and step outside of that internal prison that you have created for yourself with those unnecessary inherited limitations, then make sure you check out my free activation. It is going to be the energetic mindset event of the year. I can promise you, you are going to leave with such a transformation. And again, it is completely free. So, in this episode, we are going to cover the invisible upper limit that is keeping you from your next level, why mindset work alone is not enough to break through, how to shift your identity so that success becomes inevitable for you, and how our upcoming live activation will help you integrate these shifts in real time. So, by the end of this episode, you are going to understand why strategy alone isn't the answer and why your next level start with an internal shift. If working harder was the answer, you would already be exactly where you want to be. You'd be rich. We all would be. Most visionary entrepreneurs, especially those with really big soul driven mission like you, find themselves stuck in cycles of trying all the strategies, that feeling like something is still missing, hiring coaches, mentors, courses, following the formulas. Yet their business feels like it's a slow motion picture, just not moving the way that you think it should be. And I get it. I have invested probably to date around $160,000 in myself, in my own growth, and in learning strategies and systems. And I have been taught by some of the most amazing mentors in these spaces, really world class people in sales page writing, in copywriting, in so many different things. I get it. Having all of that information did me no good until I was actually ready to be paid, until I was energetically ready to receive, until I was energetically ready to hold space for people at the level that I was charging. And that involved so much internal work from me, money mindset work, imposter syndrome work, perfection, self doubt, all the things. I am not immune to them. Nobody is. But it's how much we let that stop ourselves that determines where we go. And I was actually the other day just literally thinking to myself, I was having a moment and there was something that felt hard. It felt like it was stopping me. It felt like I was going to be stuck in this way of thinking. And then I had this moment where I clicked and I was like, you are a highly skilled, highly talented hypnotherapist, EFT practitioner. You work with energy medicine. You work with all of these modalities that literally rewire your subconscious, that reprogram your nervous system, that reprogram your beliefs. You are not stuck. You just go in and you create yourself a hypnosis and you listen to it and you get over it. You do, like, you change. And it was just this amazing reminder. I was like, that's right. I can change. But even I get stuck sometimes. And something else that I used to find as well, and I wonder if you feel like this is too, it's like I was always doing everything right, everything that my mentors would tell me, every single step in the program that I was given, consuming, doing, implementing, but I wasn't seeing the results that I expected. So, what's happening when that's happening? When that is happening, the issue isn't that you're missing a strategy. You've already got all of that. And any of those strategies can work. There is not one single strategy that is going to be like the be all and end all. In my mastermind, we teach a really strength led strategy based on your human design, your astrology, your strength, your unique identity, your season of life. We mix all of that together to create a strategy for you that works for you. But honestly, truthfully, any systemized strategy could work. It's the problem is that your identity, the version of you who naturally creates six-figure launches, who fully books her offers, who works with the right clients, who says no to the people who are misaligned, the version of you who is magnetically visible, she just hasn't been activated yet. She is in there. She just doesn't feel safe to come out because there's fear, there's self doubt, there's imposter syndrome. There are all of these learned coping strategies that are supposedly keeping you safe, but they are actually keeping you small. And this is that internal prison that you have put yourself in. Your next level of success, it does not require you to do more. It requires you to become more. And I would love for you to journal on this. Who is that version of me who already has what I desire? How does she think? How does she act? How does she hold herself? How does she move differently to who I am now? And remember, she is a part of you. She's waiting to be activated. And sometimes we need to create some space, internal space for that to happen, which we're also going to do in our live activation. So you don't manifest what you want, you manifest who you are being. And I know we're not going to talk too much about manifestation today because we have a whole episode on this, but you really truly manifest what is rippling out of you internally. If you want to bring something on your vision board to life, then you need to make choices right here, right now that are supportive of that. You don't wait till you get that thing to be the person. You be the person now. You think that way now. And actually, there is an episode, if you love that topic, that comes to mind that I recorded a couple of weeks ago. No, I can't think of what the name of it was, but it was very much along that line. And when it comes to me, I will drop it in the show notes. How's that? Go look in the show notes. Because it is very much about like how do you become that person when you're not there yet? Because that's hard. And particularly if you're trying to break a money mindset, you don't actually have the physical resources to spend yet. How do you act like you're limitless when you feel like you're limited? So most entrepreneurs will focus on what they want. They want more clients. They want to be seen by more. Please don't be focusing on getting more likes on your Instagram. That is completely just not relevant metrics. But you want to be seen more. You want to reach the right people. You want more income. But the real shift happens when you actually stop focusing on that outcome and start shifting who you are at your core. Right now, your subconscious mind is holding on to an energetic identity that keeps you at your current income level. Okay. The world is not to blame. I have a private podcast that you will love if you are struggling with feeling like external events, everything outside of you is keeping you stuck, and you feel like you're struggling with resilience in entrepreneurship. Grab the private podcast. It is out and available now. It is called The Resilient Entrepreneur, and it is a 3-part episode, and it will completely blow your mind. But yes, sorry, I get so distracted. So right now, your subconscious mind is holding on to an energetic identity that is keeping you at your current level of income. It is making you feel like you can't be visible. That's overwhelming. It's triggering, now I can't even speak. It's triggering self-doubt, triggering hesitation, triggering procrastination. Your subconscious patterns, the nervous system, and the hidden self-doubt shape your capacity to receive, to hold, and to sustain success. So until these deeper patterns shift, your business will always reflect the old version of you. Your business income and your opportunities expand as you expand. Do this with me. Close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. And breathe again. One more time. Just ask yourself, what am I afraid will happen if I actually reach my next level of success? Because that answer is showing you your current identity limit. That answer is showing you your current edge. And it's up to you whether you stay at that edge or whether you jump and create resources that are going to act as your bungee cord to make sure that jumping feels safe for you, but expansive and thrilling at the same time. I imagine, I personally am not going to go bungee jumping ever. But I will take my own version of risk, which is not bungee jumping. So that was just trying to bring in a metaphor. Your next level is not something that you need to chase. It's something that you need to embody. Most entrepreneurs are believing that if they just create a better strategy or take that coach's strategy because she's at 7 figures and that's where you want to be, or I'll just go and invest in another messaging course because even though I'm literally using the words of my ideal client, it must be my messaging, or they will work on their mindset harder and then success will follow. These are genuine beliefs that people have, and I used to have them too. But what if it's actually the other way around? What if that version of you who already has that success that you desire, she doesn't question herself? What if she already moves with that confidence? What if she already makes powerful decisions and takes bold action without hesitation? She doesn't need to overthink or hesitate or prove her worth because she already knows that she's worthy. This is a shift that we are actually making in our live energetic activation. Instead of learning about success, we are going to begin to rewire your nervous system into it. Because success, to me, and this is my chosen belief, it isn't about figuring it out. To me, success isn't even about reaching a certain goal. To me, it is about becoming the version of you who already holds it. To create that experience within you already internally so that your success becomes inevitable. Imagine the version of you who's already holding that success that you desire. How does she carry herself? What decisions does she make differently? Write that down and commit to embodying just one of those traits today. Just one. So I have mentioned throughout this podcast episode a couple of times, and if you are listening beyond February, make sure you check the link because we can pop you on the wait list for our next live event. But I am hosting a live identity activation that is going to change everything for you. This is not just a masterclass. It's not just a workshop or your regular free training. I don't do surface level trainings, whether they be paid or free. This is a live energetic activation. You come ready to work. You come ready to break through the invisible walls that are keeping you stuck. You come ready to activate the version of you who already holds your next level of success. You come ready to shift yourself at an identity level so that your success becomes inevitable. We're not talking about business strategy in this particular event. We are talking about the deep internal shifts that make your success feel effortless. In this session, I'm going to be guiding you through breaking through your upper limit. We're going to be releasing subconscious fears and nervous system resistance through EFT. We are going to break down those walls and create that internal space and then activate the future you, integrating identity shifts through hypnosis live on the call so that you can begin to naturally embody confidence and clarity and success. And I'll give you a copy of that hypnosis to continue to listen to after the event so you can continue to rewire those pathways. And then we are going to, on the call, because you are an action taker, take embodied aligned action. Okay, so we're going to make sure that the thing that you are going to want to be doing, that you are going to take a step towards that. Because there is no more waiting. There is no more one day I will launch that program. One day I will call that person. One day I will put my prices up. You will leave the session feeling ready. We are going to lower that emotional resistance and create safety around it. So you will feel ready to start operating and making decisions from your next level self. So if you are done with overthinking, second guessing, feeling stuck at an invisible glass ceiling, this is your moment to shift, and this is a free activation. So go and find that link in the show notes, and I really do hope to see you there. Register, save your seat. If my Zoom room gets full, then I'll have to cut it off, which would be lovely to be at that place. Again, this isn't another business strategy session. This is the energetic upgrade of who you are at your core. So if you are ready to break free from those subconscious patterns that are keeping you small and activate the version of you who already has what you desire, then this is your event. So, as you leave this episode, as we wrap up today and we begin to look more at the internal resources that we are actually operating from, your next level isn't something outside of you. It is already within you. She is waiting to be activated. And when you shift your identity, everything else follows. The strategies work, the momentum builds, and these results, they come with ease. Feels fun, feels expansive. It feels so embodied. This is your invitation to step into the version of you who holds success effortlessly. So I will see you on next week's episode of Resourced with Jessica Reed. And I will also hopefully see you inside of our upcoming activation.